What's up? What's up? What's up? Dang. Hey, shout out to my dog, God of Blackness. I be hyping up folks sometimes who hit the thumbs up before the introduction over, before the video start. My dog in the super chat already. On the road, truck driving, long nights. We got to stream tonight. We got to stream tonight. We got to stream tonight. Let's go. A Girly Boy TV, that's my guy. He be holding it down too. Been here for a minute. Shout out to everybody who coming through. Shout out to my dog, God of Blackness. Before the stream started, I was setting up and the thing came through just in case. I appreciate that. On another level, man. I'm hyped. Y'all got me. I'm in here hyped just to get this thing started. In today's stream, what we gonna be talking about? Cortez Vaughn, what's up, my guy? The body language don't lie. The body language don't lie. I got a couple clips. Today was a beautiful day. Because today was media day all over the NBA and sound bites and people just getting on camera and telling bold-faced lies. Some of them being truthful, very revealing. A lot of lying. Yes, Mitch thrown all the way underneath the bus. I'm waiting on something from him to come out. I ain't seen it yet. I'm waiting on it though. One more time, shout out to my dog, God of Blackness, member of the channel. Check out the memberships. It ain't too crazy. You get some little special tweaks and teaks. But I appreciate y'all. We got a clip we got to watch the James Borrego clip. Y'all already know that's coming up. I got that queued. That's coming first. I seen a clip today from Zion Williamson. That was telling. I'm sure y'all seen it as well. We got to watch that today, too. I got Lonzo Ball queued up. BBB, what's up? I got Lonzo Ball queued up today as well. And I got a clip from a dark horse, one that y'all probably didn't expect. Dennis Schroeder queued up as well. But here we go. Borrego, Zion. And if y'all seen I seen some clips from Kyrie. I almost pulled, but I tell you, so many clips today from Media Day that I wanted to share and talk about tonight on the channel. But I said to myself, you know what, man, I'm going to keep it simple for y'all. I'm only going to play these first couple that I got here. If y'all got something you want me to dig into and analyze, send them to me via the Twitters or via the Instagram or something. Put the link in. I don't know if they'll let you put the link in the chat, but you could do that as well. And then we'll get into it. Brave King, go ahead and sing that. I told you so. Yes, sir. All right. So before we get into this, let's set the table. Let's set the table. My man, God of Blackness, I appreciate you one more time, man. That's huge, man. That's huge, huge, huge. I appreciate that. That's super love. That's super love. Let's set the table. Today was a day that I felt like I was waiting on. I did a video many moons ago, and I said I got all the details for y'all about what's happening to my dog Jello Ball. And I said, to be honest with you, we don't know. I don't know, but I'm hoping it's looking good. What you missed? I'm clearing you up right here, Brandon Ryan. Hey, Brand, tuning in from Facebook. Y'all didn't know we live on Facebook right now, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. So if you got any of them platforms, make sure you follow, like, and hit show the love on all of the platforms. Much love and appreciate it. Jose Roman, say big fan, bro. I appreciate that, my guy. So where are we starting at today? Let me see if I can pull this up because I actually got the. Let me get this. This is a good place to start. Let's set the table. We have. It's a what we would call a big day, right? So it's media day in the NBA. So what does that mean? The media got their first chance to ask some of your favorite players questions, some of your favorite coaches questions, some of the coaches of your favorite teams, as I should say. And what we got today also was a lot of teams releasing their official training camp rosters. We was waiting. We were waiting on this official training camp roster because we was looking for Jello's name. We've been seeing all of these signings pop up, 10-day, all of this stuff. We didn't get to Jello, but we were waiting patiently. Maybe it was a last minute thing. Love from Twitch, my boy. Okay, my guy. Prince Monita. I told y'all we in a few different platforms. We expanding. We growing. Appreciate that over there on the Twitch. So we got a lot of information today. And one of the things that we got was this right here. Let me see if I can get this pulled up here. Let me get this pulled up. Oh, I just thought of something. Yep, that ain't even gonna. We'll get it back out here. But check it out here. One of the things that we got today was this training camp roster. Oh, they're gonna make me sign in before we can get the man. Let me just do this. Let me do this. I got it for y'all. We got this. You see it over here. Let's just pull that back. We ain't got to click it all the way. Y'all know that we don't need to be that depressed anyway to look at that any closer than it is. But you see right here in the corner, training camp roster. And there was a few names on it that we were excited about. I was happy to see my dog Mello at the top of that list. I was a little bit sad that he was still wearing that number 2 and not the number 1, but it's whatever. I was hyped to see my dog Miles Bridges because I know Airbnb is going to take off this year. MB squared, however you want to call them. I was excited to see that PJ Washington was in the headspace to make it to camp. He been going through a lot. PJ, shout out to you. We praying for you, my guy. That girl putting you through some things that shouldn't have to go through. Take care of your kids, though, and you'll be all right. I was excited to see the Kelly Oubres of the world join the team. One of the things that we always wanted. Athleticism. Jump up. Go get it. I'm hype about that. We can go down the list. Jalen McDaniels. A lot of people don't like the Martin boys. I like the one of. I like one of them. Give me one. I don't need 2 twins. Just give me one. James Booknight, Kai Jones, all of these young folks. I was excited to see them on the list, but I tell you, I was disappointed that my guy Jello wasn't on the list today. Heartbroken, distraught. But at the same time, I promise y'all, as long as my dog end up in that G League somewhere hooping and continuing to be on the path to prove that he got the game, I'm telling you that he's fine. He'll be all right. He's cool. He's not tripping at all. So that's where we at today. We found all of this stuff out. We also got to see my guy, Zoe, in that Chicago Bulls jersey. We seen the mock-ups. He looked good. He looked comfortable. He looked happy about it. I was happy for him. Hype for the man, Zoe. What we also got to see, Zion Williamson seemed happy, but sometimes the surface level is not true. But here's what I'm going to show y'all right now. One of the other things that I was waiting on, and I left me wanting a bit, is James Borrego. I wanted to see who from the Hornets organization was going to speak up about this, because from what we know is the Hornets media in Charlotte will ask the question. They'll ask the questions. They're not going, damn, I still haven't checked out Zoe and that jersey. I got it. We're going to play it. He talks some talk. He got me excited. I seen something in Zoe today that had me like, okay, I remember. You look familiar. Long time ago, they said real recognize real. A wise man said it. And I heard Zoe talking. I said, Zoe, I'm starting to see real. So I'm hype about that. We're going to get into that as well. But the thing that really tossed me for a loop, is the one man who I was excited to see, because when Summer League was going around, folks was talking about Jello Ball, and they were saying, "Yo, Jello, he's a hooper." We started. Folks was chuckling. The insides was about the secret weapon. We had James Borrego today take the stand. Yes, the stand. He took the stand. Because this was an interrogation, folks. We need to know. And I'm sad that we didn't get the full video because they chopped this up. And I know that they was on his head. I know that they was on his head. That ain't what we want. I know that they was on his head. Let me pull this out here. Hold on. And we didn't get the whole thing. And they probably said, you know what, man, don't put that out. Don't put it out, because that boy on to something. Okay. That boy on to something. Let me get this up here for y'all. That boy on to something. That boy on to something. Man, I thought I had beat the system, y'all. I had all of this stuff set up in the background. I was finna just start going to town with it, and I realized that the Lord works in mysterious ways. So we got to do it the hard way today. All right, so let's pull up this clip. We're gonna get this thing started. Body language don't lie. And here's what I'll tell y'all is a lot of y'all know this about me. I've said this multiple times on this channel, is that I had some training in body language analysis, nonverbal communications. I got my degree in communication studies. With that, I studied mass communication, impersonal communication, all these different things, nonverbal communication, the whole thing. One of my professors back in the college days, I got that super chat, man. We gave you the huge shout out at the beginning of the video. My man, God of Blackness, I appreciate you. And it is much love, man. When you go back and watch this video, you had a whole segment at the beginning, my guy. Much love. Thank you about that. My man, God of Blackness had the super chat hit the video before it even started. I got on live and the thing said, you know what, already before you even get to going. LaMelo not happy about that number 2. That's a factamundo as well. But so here we go. Man, let me see. They're gonna make us watch an ad. Let me go ahead and let that ad play. Yeah. All right, here we go. We're gonna pull up this clip from James Borrego today. He's talking about LiAngelo Ball, because you know the Charlotte media, they're gonna ask, hey, bro, what's going on? Something ain't right. Something seemed a little bit off. Everybody that we know thought Jello was going to get the bag, at least get a shot on the squad. Training camp roster come out, and he wasn't there. So y'all tell me, we're going to look at the body language here. I'm going to break this thing down. So like I was saying, took some classes. I even did an interview in an interrogation class with the not no police now, but I'm trained in the read technique. Look it up. I got my books and my certificates back there. I can pull them out. Blamed it all on Mitch. Delio Pimento blamed it all. That's a fact. Throwing smooth underneath the bus. But let's take a look at this. Is he lying? Is it really Mitch? Did he know anything about it? Can we figure anything out? Let's take a look at the video here.
No LiAngelo Ball on your training camp roster. Can you sort of...
Let's stop that right away. Our first facial expression. What does that say to y'all? Now, let me slow it down. Look deep with me. Look here with me, folks. Let me do this. Let me do this now. Let me get it back here for y'all, because we're gonna be on this video. Look at, okay. Now look at this one here. This is something. This is, I'm looking, who am I looking at? This is a squint when I'm looking to see who talking. Okay. I may get answered. I'm getting interviewed and interrogated here.
No LiAngelo Ball on your training camp.
Instantly, he takes a gulp. Watch the gulp.
Roster, can you sort of...
And then you get a smile.
Explain why?
You see this, you can see, can y'all see that? Because I really want y'all to see this, but it's so small. They call these microaggressions, micro expressions.
Can
I'm
you sort of
sorry.
explain why?
I don't.
He held it in there. Look at the tight breath. The entire time he answering this
Can you sort of
question,
explain why?
not breathing.
I don't manage the roster. I'll leave that for Mitch. Leandro did a good job in summer league. I can say.
Now, here's some of the things that I can't say. Is a lot of times what you can look for when folks are being deceptive. That's what we call that, deception, right? It's not necessarily like, are you lying per se, but it's like, are you being deceptive? Because oftentimes people might be not necessarily telling the truth to you, or they might be telling the truth, but they might not be giving you all the information, right? Or they might not be just outright completely lying, but they could be just holding something back here. So what you look from here with him, the initial thing here is you see this smile on his face. He's, oh, I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. Then that smile quickly turns into, damn it, I got to answer this question, right? When you see people pierce their lips together like that, that means I got some shit that I need to say, but I don't want to say it. And he thinking, now you lunch and go, pop it loose. All right, I got to just let this rip. Now he begins to throw Mitch underneath the bus. One of the things that you also can look for, and I don't want to break this down too deep for y'all, but I got to, is you start to see that hand movement. A lot of times when people are being truthful, you see these expressions happen. Then you see him close that thing back up.
Leandro did a good job in summer league. I don't manage.
So when he does this, I don't manage the roster. This is a true statement.
The roster, I'll leave that for Mitch.
A lot of things. Now, this is where I was kind of confused because it was a subtle movement here, but I'm not sure. Y'all can tell me what you think.
Leandro did a good job in summer league.
Now, oftentimes you can look at somebody, what they'll say is, this is another reason or how you can tell somebody's being deceptive. And we'll see this with Zion Williamson in the video that we'll play next, is they'll be saying something affirmative, meaning something that's positive, but they'll be shaking their head no. So with him, as he's saying LiAngelo did a good job in summer league, he also is shaking his head no a bit. So it leads me to believe that maybe he is not completely impressed with LiAngelo to whatever level that he may be saying that he is.
I'll leave that for Mitch. Leandro did a good job in summer league.
But it's such a subtle shake that I'm not sure. Maybe that could be off, but that's just my. I see that, and I'm trying to figure that part out.
Yeah, as a basketball coach, I thought he did a heck of a job in the time.
Now, once again, I thought he did a heck of a job in the time. You see him shaking his head up and down. Yes, that seems to be true.
What happens now in the future with LiAngelo, I don't have that answer, but I'll leave that.
Also, a lot of times what people think, he wasn't impressed. I think that, he wasn't impressed with him. That's deep too.
Mitch to discuss and describe.
But here, let me see. Let me take it back 1 second here.
That answer, but I'll leave that for Mitch to discuss and describe as we go. But
so one of the big things that happens with deception is a lot of times people think that it's eye contact. I know you're telling a lie, or I know you're telling the truth based on how much eye contact somebody's giving you, right? So we know that all of the media people are in the room currently, and he knows that he's answering the question to one specific person, right? Which is why his eye line always comes back to the same direction. He's talking to somebody else. So it could be misinterpreted that when he looks off and is answering these questions, it could be deceptive. However, it just really depends on what question he's answering. A lot of times when people are recalling things, they look off in what we would call the middle distance to be like, let me pull that thought out of there. Oh, yeah. And then they bring it back. So sometimes people who are being deceptive, those are the ones who giving you extra eye contact because they want to see if you actually believe the shit that they saying to you. Because they need to know if they need to up the live, they need to change it a little bit. folks who know that what they're telling you the truth is, they don't need to really see your expression too much. It's more about what they getting off their chest in that moment, right? So when I'm thinking about some shit going on, I'm not looking to see if you believe what I'm saying. I'm just really trying to remember what I'm saying so I can give you the accurate answer.
I like our roster. We got a full 20-man roster ready to go. I mean, only those in.
So this is what I was saying. It seems like they cut it, right? So there must have been a second question that somebody asked about LiAngelo Ball here at this moment, and we didn't get the question, right? But what we did get is, as it starts, we see him rubbing his neck. Anytime, especially a guy who is doing the majority of this interview with his hands crossed across his chest, once you start making these grand gestures and doing all of this extra stuff, or you holding and putting your hand, that to me is signs of deception. You feel me? So I don't know what that question was, but I can tell you that it definitely made him uncomfortable.
20-man roster ready to go. I mean, only those internally, Mitch manages the roster.
It's a lot of blinking going on there.
LiAngelo and how he played. I thought he got better, during that period. But
once again,
I'm comfortable with LiAngelo.
This is deception. He's not comfortable with LiAngelo, and he's not comfortable with how he played. You can see it again. And so earlier I said I wasn't sure if that head nod was telling, and it is telling, because the first time that happened, he was talking about how he appreciated LiAngelo's game and all of this stuff. And the second time we get that head nod, once again, is him trying to compliment LiAngelo's game. Now, I think that what's important at this point to know is that there's levels to it, right? And what I said a long time ago is I think that the boy LiAngelo hooped enough to solidify his spot, to solidify his chance to continue on the journey. He didn't do bad enough to where they had to send him home. He did good enough to be like, we got a spot for you in the G League. And so what I think that this kind of inconsistency in what he's saying and his body language is really probably not. I don't think that he can hoop at all. He shouldn't even be here. But I think that is more like we like him, but he got some work to do. That's how I would say that. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's not about just you lying. Sometimes it's about you being deceptive. Sometimes there's something else that I want to say, but I can't say. So I'm kind of beating around the bush. And I think that that's what he's doing here.
I'm comfortable with LiAngelo and how he played. I thought he got better, during that period.
If you notice, and I'm breaking this down for y'all because I want you to see it. If you notice, the shaking his head no stops when he said, I thought he got better. So you can see where he is not telling the truth, or not where he's being deceptive, to where he goes into an honest thought. Watch it close.
I'm comfortable with LiAngelo and how he played. I thought he got better, during that period. But, we have to make certain decisions here. And
no more head shakes. There it is.
Where we're at, but I think that's more of a question for Mitch to handle and answer. I can only speak for what he did on the floor in Vegas, and I thought he performed well, and he opened eyes, and he performed at a higher level than I expected.
Bam. Look at it, boy. Look at this. Oh, don't go to the next. Uh-oh, come on, stop. Oh, we done went to the next video. I should have just downloaded that, boy. Actually, let me do this. Let's go here. I should have just did it here anyway. Let's go here. All right, we on there. You see us right there, 108 people. Hey, please, as y'all in here, hit the like button for the boy. It's much appreciated. Let's go here. I got the video up on my channel, but I think that the only reason why I was trying to keep it here is because I believe I cut it short a little bit on my version that I uploaded here. Let's see. But let's go. All right. We need 100 likes in here.
We have to make certain decisions here, and I'm comfortable with where we're at, but I think that's more of a question for Mitch to handle and answer. I can only speak for what he did on the floor in Vegas, and I thought he performed well, and he opened eyes, and he performed.
Once again, this is what I was saying earlier, right? And this is why I was saying that I don't think that he really thinks that Jello can't hoop and he's just trying to cover it up. I think that he really thinks, yo, he can hoop. Because
I can only speak for what he did on the floor in Vegas.
Right here, when he talked about him before in context of being a Hornet, you got some subtle nose. When he talks about him exceeding expectations, what he did on the floor, he proved himself. You don't get the subtle no head shake anymore.
Yes, I thought he performed for that, but I think that's more of a question for Mitch to handle and answer.
Also, watch the hand gestures. Now we get the subtle gestures coming back in here.
For what he did on the floor in Vegas, and I thought he performed well, and he opened eyes, and he performed at a higher level than I expected.
He said he performed at a higher level than I expected. That's been one of my biggest gripes with this Hornets team to date, is we keep getting that same sentiment from them. You go back to what happened with LaMelo and their conversations with him, and what do we hear from them over and over? He exceeded our expectations. We didn't know. We thought he was going to be good, but he was better than what we thought. This is why I went on that Lucky rant a while ago, because it's the same thing. We brought you in for one reason, just because we didn't know. You exceeded expectations, and now we hype over it. We got lucky. What I think we just heard from him again is shit. We think we got lucky again with Jello. But it's just kind of like I was saying to y'all before. I think that they understand the process that has to happen with Jello to be successful. It's going to take some time. It's not going to be as immediate as some of us would like it to happen, right? Some of us thought that Jello was going to be on the Hornets squad in training camp. He was going to be in preseason hooping. He was going to get 10 minutes a night in preseason. I don't think that that's happening for him. I think that the G League is a door that he's going to walk through, and I think that's a door that he's going to excel in. And I think that if you go back a year or two and you hear some of my predictions for what his ceiling is or what his capability is, I think that he's still ascending to that today. Now, in the next video that we're going to watch, we're going to look at some more body language, because it don't lie. It don't lie. Let me show y'all this too. I'm going to pull something. Just so y'all know I ain't on no bullshit. This right here. This is some of my work, my pamphlets here. Now, I'd have had these for a minute, so they're a little busted and dusty, you feel me? But take a look. Advanced course, the read technique, interviewing and interrogation. So when I be telling y'all, you know what I'm saying, we breaking down this body language stuff, you know, let me get it. Sometimes there it is. It's not just me pulling stuff out of my head, you know what I'm saying, out of my butt. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. That was the advanced course. This is the regular one. You know what I'm saying? So some people sign up for a day or two. Some people sign up for them extra things. You feel me? All right. But that's something else. That's just I just wanted to show y'all that right there. All right. Bulls don't care about the NBA anymore, or new GMs. All right, let me see. What are y'all thoughts? Let me know here. Let's see that real quick before we go to the next video. I got Zion queued up. But what are y'all thoughts? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Am I tripping in my analysis of James Borrego and his feelings and thoughts and opinions on that? Did it look like, can y'all see what I'm saying? Jordan got his zaddy. Does Jordan, or is Jordan his daddy? I feel like Jordan got to be the guy at the top. He would have a great breakdown. I appreciate that. It's going to be a process for him, but it's going to be a wake-up call for the NBA as when they see Jello really. I agree. I just think that I said this before. I've seen them make Melo jump through hoops, and everybody said Melo could hoop for a long time. They made Melo jump through hoops. They pulled him off all of the rankings. They did all of that stuff. And they made him go through a process and jump through hoops to get to where he's at today. We even seen the Charlotte Hornets make him jump through unnecessary hoops once he got on the team. So I believe Jello got his hoops he gonna have to jump through, but I think it'll be worth it for him in the end. Jordan has a zaddy named Nike. All right, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Why did the Hornets not say anything about Jello in the G League? I think that here's what I'm saying, and I might do a video specifically about this tomorrow. But I was looking up some stuff, and the G League is doing some interesting stuff this year, right? It seems like the G League is trying to build some hype, some anticipation around what they got going, right? They got that Ignite team. They got these different events that they holding to really draw people in, tournaments here, a lot of the things that they will potentially probably try to push in the NBA, it feels like they're trying right now in the G League. So I would not be surprised with the amount of attention that Jello not being on the roster is getting. I wouldn't be surprised if they are anticipating and understand how much attention they could be bringing to the G League with him down there. And I wouldn't be surprised if that is his next move, right? If that's the discussion behind the table. G3 representation is whack. I can't say it's the man ain't played basketball in 3 years and he got into the summer league. There are guys, Curtis Hollis been hooping all over the world, and my dog couldn't get to the summer league. Now he gonna end up in somebody's G League or something else this year for sure. But Jello representation is not. Jello has not played. The last time he played, he was on a fat ankle, and folks was questioning his athleticism. So for him to keep getting these opportunities year after year after year says a lot about his representation, if anything. So I can't say his representation is whack. G3 got somebody say he will land. He got good representation. He'll land somewhere. I see. Jello to the Pelican. Hell no. Zion going to leave them and come to the Bulls. Watch. That would be an interesting squad. I think Zion to the Bulls is probably a super team. Speaking of Zion, let me make sure. Speaking of Zion, let's pull this up right here. We got this clip. This was from earlier today, obviously. And I thought this was funny. When I seen it, is because Zion was having a good time today during his press conference, right? And to me, this is interesting because obviously Lonzo was there in New Orleans. It was a lot of talk that Zion was not happy that Lonzo was leaving. There's a lot of talk that is from his family that they just didn't like New Orleans. They didn't like the GM. Yes, and also that Zion wants to go to New York. A lot of conversation circling him, right? And so what it seemed like today is he was hyped. He had an injury over this offseason, but he seemed to be hyped right now to be back and be in a Pelicans jersey and be getting ready for this season. And somebody asked him a question, and he got even more excited about it. And I promise they asked him questions about so many things, hoops, his ankles, all of this stuff. And it was the one question where it was time to spill the tea. That Zion got into his thank you. So let's play this video here. We're going to break down some of this body language from Zion Williamson because they straight up asking, are you happy to be here? What's your relationship with David Griffin? And also I want to do this because there's some context or some conversation, some stuff they say, and I just didn't understand it. So I wanted to be live so I can ask y'all, what is he talking about right here? Let's get into this video. And let me make sure y'all can still hear that. You should be able to hear that. Bam. Let's go fully. Wayne. Okay, here we go. I think we got it loaded up at the right spot.
But no, unfortunately, I wasn't able to spend a lot of time with them because I was steadily rehabbing.
So now, a lot of times, and I always say this, you got to look for the baseline. Look for the baseline. When you're starting to read body language and all that stuff, because it don't lie, but it can be deceptive, you got to look for the baseline. Now, I said to you, Zion was often happy with most of the questions and things that he answered. But if you just seen the screenshot here, do you think that he was happy or excited to answer that last question? Hell nah. Sitting as tight as possible in this chair, hands in front of him, looking straight forward, eyes down, staring off. It looks like he can't be looking at anybody, because if he was looking at you like this, you would be scared for your life. So you see, and this is just context as well. Look at the body language that he's giving you right now, and look how drastically it changes here. Before we get into that, let me give my man a shout out. The Cut 2009. Appreciate you, my guy. Charlotte, don't get mad when Melo remembers y'all ass and have y'all sweating for playing his brother. Giannis got his brothers at least in the NBA. That's a fact of mundo. Now, it's also important to note that Giannis's brothers, I want to say they had to go take some G League time as well before they could just suit up officially. So that might be part of the process for Jello. It's still very early. I did see a quote from Melo today. I did not see the video, but I seen somebody quoted him from media today where they asked him, hey, Melo, what do you think about your brother not making it to the roster? Are you bummed about it? And he said, of course. Of course I'm bummed about it. Of course. And so, and there was some more else, but it wasn't that hop or whatever, or that though. Adrian Tor, AB to 1 million. So let's go. Hit it. Can we at least get to 15K first? Come on, man. If y'all watching the video and you ain't sub, man, go ahead and do that. If you're watching this video right now and you ain't hit the like button, go ahead and do that as well. We got this clip here from my man Zion. Watch what I'm telling you. Watch what I'm telling you. Look at the difference in his body language from here to the next question. It looks like he pissed off. He look right now like he on Marshawn Lynch time. I'm only answering this question so I don't get paid. I mean, so I don't get fined. Y'all know what I'm saying. Now watch this.
Hey, Zion. This is Fletcher with NBC here in New Orleans.
Look at already
Been made of your. This is Fletcher with NBC here in New Orleans.
Sits forward, head down. Now watch his eyes look up. Oh, Zion on the
relationship with Griff and with the organization. Do you want to maybe take a minute just to kind of...
This is again same thing happened in the James Borrego video that we watched, where you can tell he feels looks like he know this question is coming. He's hype about it.
Clarify relationship with NBC here in New Orleans.
Look at this.
But no, unfortunately, I wasn't able to spend a lot of time with them because I was
looks sad as hell. Somebody just stole his dog.
This is Fletcher with NBC here in New Orleans.
Now watch this.
Much has been made of your relationship with Griff and with the organization. Do you want to maybe take a minute just to kind of clarify where you all are and where you stand and how you feel about the administration, the organization?
Do you see the difference? Let's get into it. All right.
In the city and everything.
He just went, somebody just stole his dog. Now all of a sudden, he got the biggest smile. I told you, he's sitting here, hands in his lap, tight as hell. Now he's spread out, pointing. He at home right now. I've been waiting on somebody to ask me how I feel about this organization. Let me tell you right now.
Can you repeat your name?
Fletcher.
Fletcher?
Yep.
Fletcher, that might be.
Also, side note, I'm glad that he signed with Jordan, because him and Jordan, the only two dudes I know be rocking these hoop earrings like that.
The best question of the day. I'm glad you asked that. I feel like nobody's ever asked me that, so I'm glad you asked.
Now, this is a joke because a lot of the comments and rumors that were spread this summer about Zion was allegedly not from him, but it was like his family, his mama, his cousin, his brother said that they don't really like it. So now he's hyped because he's like, somebody finally talking to the source. You heard it here first.
I'm glad you asked that. I feel like
ain't nobody ever asked me that.
Nobody's ever asked me that, so I'm glad you asked. How I feel about the organization? Heard me. I love it here.
If y'all been watching this video since we did the JB one, watch his head here. Tell me what you see.
I'm glad you asked.
If you can't comment in the video right here.
Heard me. I love it here. I love the city of New Orleans.
Here we go. This is what I'm saying.
I love it here. I love the city.
I love it here. Watch this. Watch his head.
I love it here.
I love it here.
I love the city.
So small shape. I love it. He don't love it here. He don't love it here. You can tell that by the body language right here. Now, watch where his hands at the whole time. I said this, lying. You 100% right, Just Chris. He lying. He do not love it here. That's a bold-faced lie. Now, the whole time, very expressive, talking with his hands, tapping the table. All of that stuff is, it seems in line. It seems like he talking. Now watch what he do here.
I love it here. I love the city of New Orleans. Don't want
to start touching your ear. I love the city of New Orleans. I love it here. No, I love the city of New Orleans. Shit. All right. You think if he didn't have to sign this next contract, he gone.
else. My relationship with
Oh my God, he is a terrible liar.
You can't
watch this now. Let's go back here. He watch his face when he starts talking about David Griffin.
My relationship with Griff.
When if you at the bar, you met a chick and you start to shooting that game at her and you ask her for the number and she give you this look, just walk away. Don't even stand there no more. Don't follow it up. Don't even she give you this look, just walk away. She could be telling you, oh, but I really like you. She give you that, walk away. Bullshit. 100% bullshit. He gonna try to tell us that it's David Griffin, right? Yeah, David Griffin. I could be thinking about David. I'm thinking David Ruffin. I want to make sure I don't say that. But walk away. If your girl is talking to you and you spinning that web on her, and she start looking at you like this, you busted. She know you on the bullshit. If you got a girl or if you got a boyfriend and you trying to see if he really messing with that chick and you bring her up, hey, Becky, he don't even care about her. Not even a little bit. Trust and believe. That right there is a look of utter disgust. He could care less about David Griffin ass.
You can't. I don't think he can play the piano.
That's the part right here. What does that mean? Does anybody in the comments know what that part is about? Because that part went over my head. I don't think he could play the piano. I'm not hip on that. Does anybody know? What does that mean?
Checked.
I mean, don't
want to be anywhere else. New Orleans. Don't want to.
If once again, you breaking this dude. Here's what I'm saying to you. Once again, if you ask a girl, look, if you talking to a girl and she in 1 second is giving you this smile right here, and in the next second, if you say, baby, you love me, and she say, I love it here. I love it here. And she hit you with this, I don't want to be nowhere else. That means something going on. Something ain't right. David Griffin played the piano for Zion. I ain't even here.
You can't. I don't think he can play the piano. Last time I checked. But yeah.
Say this again. So he played the piano for him. He brought him to bond together by playing the piano. Oh Lord. Oh man. It's rough down there in New Orleans. It's rough. If you a betting man and you got some money that you finna bet on whether or not the Pelicans have a great season in the West, don't do it. You're gonna lose your money.
It's all love with me and Griff.
Once again, watch this.
But yeah, it's all love with me and Griff.
Head shaking, no. It's all love with me and Griff. That's a lie.
I mean, it ain't much to die.
And the lie detector said that's a lie. And like I said, it's not necessarily a lie, but that's hella deceptive.
It's just love between us. We're both competitors. We both want to win. Do we disagree? We're both competitors. We both want to win. Do we disagree on some things? Yeah. I mean, who agrees on everything? We don't. But
Look at how expressive he just got with his
there's
hands.
just love between us. We're both competitors. We both want to win. Do we disagree on some things? Yeah. I mean, who agrees on everything? We don't.
Second of all, Zion is huge. Golly, he did this here, grew 3 inches by putting his arms up.
But I think that's what makes our relationship great. We both bring the best out of each other, and we're just gonna keep building off that.
Yo, timeout. My man, Super Team VIP, coming through with the he. Boy, you out here like Melo, pointing at the half court and throwing that thing up. Man, that's love. This season gonna be fire. Many flowers to you, my man. Let's go. That's mad love, man. Damn, you finna have me here screaming. I don't know if y'all seen that little video I posted when my dog Jello first got in here in the summer league and threw the 3 in there and it went down. I was hyped, man. Super Team VIP, thanks for the gift. Super chat, that's a big facto mundo, man. Come on, man. That's much appreciated, my guy. Much appreciated. Much love. Appreciate you, man. Also, shout out to my guy, God of Blackness, as well. Appreciate it. Shout out to the mods. Let's keep going.
Design over here, Brent Martell with AP.
Look how uncomfortable he is at the end of this question.
Who agrees on everything? We don't. But I think that's what makes our relationship great. We both bring the best out of each other, and we're just gonna keep building off that.
We just seen Zion smiling, so happy, and then all of a sudden, he just his mood in this press conference is just like this. He up and down on a roller coaster. He is genuinely happy to be here though. Akil's Bell, PhD. Let's go for sure. Appreciate that.
Over here, Brent Martell with AP.
I think this is really the only part of the Zion thing that I wanted to look at because I felt like it was extremely telling.
Let me see. Explain to us the rationale behind.
He is pissed. Look at him tapping the desk away.
I think that's what makes our relationship great. We both bring the best out of each other. And
if David Griffin walked in here right now, Zion probably put the hands on him. That's what it looked like.
Design over here, Brent Martell with AP. Just wondering if you can explain to us the rationale behind, and I'm sure it's perfectly legitimate, but the rationale behind, rehabbing on your own or being away from the team as much as you were, and just how it, just on a human level, made you feel.
Yeah, he's not happy. This should make me sad just watching him be so unhappy on this video. All right, let me pull Zion down. What do y'all think, man? Let's recap that one. Am I tripping? My man God of Blackness says, and once again, Super Team VIP, man, I appreciate you. That's much love, man. Go check out his YouTube channel, all of that stuff, man. Go make sure y'all follow him and subscribe and all of that jazz. Whatever he asks y'all to do, go ahead and do that. Zoe had to get the bag. Facts. What do y'all think? My man God of Blackness say Zion finna be hell in New York. He already saying it's gone. It's up and it's stuck. I was listening and reading some stuff today. The tough thing about Zion and the situation that he's in is obviously his rookie deal is up and he got another 2 years to be out of the rookie contract. Then before he can start to sign that big money deal. And then so they were saying like, so he got 2 years there. And then once he signed that big money deal, then he would be able to leave after that. So he really got 7 years in New Orleans, and it's not looking good for them 7 years. It looks like he's going to be in the same scenario as Anthony Davis, trying to get up out of there. And only problem is LeBron going to be gone. The best thing he going to have at that moment is to go show some love to my dog LaMelo up in Charlotte. Or hopefully Zoe is really in his prime and they can reconnect and reunite right there. Let me check this out. Hey, man, can we get the likes up to 100 right now? If I appreciate it. We got 143 people in here. Can we get the likes up to 100? If you have not hit the like button, tap in with that like button right now for the boy. and we're gonna get the next video loaded. But if you were a betting man, what do you think? You think Zion is happy right now in New Orleans, or you think he ready to go? Now, here's one here that I really just wanted to react to this next video with you all. I really hadn't gotten too much into it just on the personal watching it, but I felt like it had to be a good one to just watch, right? And we might even mess around and just really react and watch this one together for the first time. And I'm gonna pull this up. I'm not sure if it's too much controversy here, but what I do think is important to do with this Zoe clip that I'm about to put up is really, maybe I've been watching you for a long, man. I appreciate that. Watching for a minute. I appreciate that. We've been on here rocking for a while, man. So I appreciate the folks who've been hanging and rolling with the boy for a while. Love from AU. I assume that's Australia. My man Super Team VIP is the VIP of the stream today. He says Zion is gone. I believe it. Zion looked pissed. I saw this early before your stream and thought that to myself. That's a fact. You are 100% spot on. He is not happy to be in New Orleans, and he might mess around. He looked like he'll lose the bag over being there. Yeah, it is Australia. That's what's up, man. Shout out from the down under. If you run into Steve Irwin's son, tell him I said what's up, man. His father was a real one. You feel me? Real recognized real. All right. Zion could have been amazing. That's a fact. All right, let me pull this one up. Have y'all watched this today? Zion heading to New York. Chicago Bulls Media Day. Have you watched this one yet? This is Zoe first media session with the Chicago Bulls. I'm assuming that they probably going to ask him some questions about his departure from did I watch the UFC yesterday? No, I did not. I'm assuming they're going to ask him some questions about his departure from New Orleans. I think that would be interesting to see. I think we've seen how Zion feels in New Orleans, so it'd be interesting to see how maybe we can get some telling information from Zoe at this point, how he feels in Chicago and all of that stuff. So I wanted to get into this one today. And like I said, this one I have not seen. I seen the Zion clip. I had watched the James Borrego clip. And so this one here, we might just let it play a little bit longer than we did those. And I might not interrupt so much. But if we see something, we're going to see it. If you see some deception in Zoe in this clip, let's call that out as well. Let me see here. Uh-oh, let me check in, man. My girl texted me, so I'll make sure. Did you say you wanted me to watch? Oh, she back. Y'all watch this show. We've been watching Manifest lately, so we've been tapping with that. But let's go here.
Different things on the court, and then defensively just getting into the ball.
I hate when they do this. Just cut off the first question.
And then defensively just getting into the ball. Turning up on that side of the ball for sure. I think defense is going to lead to better offense for us. And that starts with me. So I think just coming in, playing hard, and just making the right play is really, my job this year.
I want to say Zoe is one of those guys who is about the business, right? He is about the business, and I think that I want to see Zoe just have more fun, get into it, smile, bring that energy back. It's a business and it's a lot of money on the line, but I want to see you just enjoy yourself. In that last clip, Zion seemed sad as hell, seemed depressed at times, but he also seemed to be having fun with it in moments, right? I want to see them same moments from Zoe with the Chicago Bulls. I think that they have too much. They have what seems like should be too much of a fun team to watch, a bunch of young players, a lot of great energy, and I want to see that from Zoe. That's what I want to see from him this year.
Hi, Lonzo. Casey Johnson with NBC Sports Chicago. What have been your impressions of Arturas, Mark,
My man bringing them AI braids back, though.
and Billy to this point?
I've been happy. They're a big reason I came here, along with all the guys. Especially Zach. But I think them three have done a great job, being on the same page and expressing the things that they want to get done this year. So, I have no complaints.
Here's another thing. So they just asked him about the coaches, Bill Donovan and all of that stuff. And he said that he was hyped and all of that. What I appreciate about that is we've seen NBA coaches tend to really, in these preseason interviews, they just tell you that they're gonna be on bullshit before they on the bullshit. You go back to man, I always forget it's Van Gundy, right? It was a Van Gundy who was there just recently. Who was the coach for the Pelicans last year? Was it not a Van Gundy? Yeah, I think it was a Van Gundy. Whatever. Before the season, he basically said, we got Zoe, he gonna be 3-and-D in the half court, and then if he get the chance, he gonna run it. That's what we seen from him in the season. We seen before last season with LaMelo, Mitch Kupchak come out and say, shit, we might play Melo as small forward. It's positionless Van Gundy, yeah. But it was the other Van Gundy, the not Stan, one of the Van, y'all know what I'm talking about. So we seen him say that. We seen them say the same thing about Melo, man. We're gonna be on bullshit with Melo when he get here. He gonna have to earn it. He gonna have to jump through hoops and hoops and hoops and hoops and all of that stuff. And so when Zoe says, I talked to the coaches and they said they're gonna let me run, that get me hyped. I'm excited about that because that's exactly what I've been telling people that is going to happen with these Chicago Bulls. That's what they want him to do. You the point guard right now. We know what you did in Los Angeles. You went to the corner. We know what you did in New Orleans. You went to the other corner. In Chicago, you're going to be a hooper. Now, let me do this real quick because this scared me. Let me pull something up. All right, we might have to pause this Jello video real quick because there's something I seen earlier today, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I just started this as I'm making this point. It really made me go, "Oh Lord, I might have noticed something that I didn't even notice. I noticed." Here we go. Let me pull this one down. Now, tell me if y'all see what I'm saying. Sometimes I be tripping, but let me know. All right. Share screen here. Oh, now I seen this clip earlier today, and I'll make it big so y'all can see. I was over here checking out some photos from the Chicago Bulls, and I read this here, and it said floor generals. To me, that implied that they think that they got 2 floor generals. Obviously, that's Kobe White, who's been with the Chicago Bulls for, I believe, this is his 3rd year. He has been on multiple different hairstyles through his tenure there. Now he's going with that slick Elder Barge, light-skinned look, really embracing it this year, it seems like. But decent player nonetheless. Sharp edge, definitely got the curls and all of that stuff. A wonderful use of moisturizer, activator. What is that shit? That the conditioner is immaculate. All high dollar products. But when I look at the comment over the caption, it says floor generals, and it has Kobe White and Zoe. Oh, and look at this. I didn't even see this. Kobe and Zoe traded hairstyles. That's good. That's good. Okay. But Kobe 6-man campaign soon. So the folks in the comments seem to think you got 1 floor general and then you got a 6-man. You got 1 floor general and you got a 6-man. That Soul Glow. Yes, the Soul Glow is super nice. Kobe White is a floor general. He's a vet now, but number 1 floor general is Zoe. So maybe that's it. Maybe you got 2 floor generals. Maybe you got what happened in with the Lakers, where they thought they had the floor general in what's my man Rondo, and they had Zoe. Then they to me, saying that you got 2 floor generals is like saying you got 2 quarterbacks in high school. When you got 2 people who are leading the ship, you really got 0 people leading the ship. That's all I'm saying. Now, let's get back to the Zoe video here. But I seen that earlier, and it made me go, wait a minute, hold up. And as I said that, sometimes they hint to you what they're gonna do and where the bullshit gonna be at. And to me, that seems like your first sign that there might be some bullshit in Chicago. No pun intended. Kobe White ain't a floor general. I didn't think so either, but I don't watch a ton of Chicago Bulls basketball last season, so I can't speak for it. I feel like what I seen from him, he had some facilitator in there, but he was also somebody who was trying to get his buckets. White is a combo scorer. That's what I thought. Yeah, exactly. White. That's what I thought of him as I watched him play. All right, let's keep going here.
Lonzo, Cody Westfield with 670 The Score. Was it an easy decision for you to come here?
Yeah, it was pretty easy. A lot of credit goes out to Rich Paul and Clutch as well. But
here's what I appreciate now. He asked that question. Look how fast he answered.
Westfield with 670 The Score. Was it an easy decision for you to come here?
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
He ain't even finished answering the question.
Rich Paul and Clutch as well. But the Bulls did a great job. I feel like they was always kind of the front runners for me. And then once the deal was set out, it was a great deal. So took it.
What's up? Speaking of this, and this is something that I just wanted to throw out here because I seen this on the interwebs like a couple of days ago, and I thought it was funny. It tickled me. He just mentioned obviously Clutch Sports and all of them working. So the Ball brothers have some great representation. You got Rock Nation, you got Clutch Sports, you know what I'm saying? All of that good stuff. But he talks about the deal, they laid it out and all of that. One of the funniest things that I have seen, and one of probably the pettiest things that I've seen in a while, I was checking out a video from your man Alan Foster. Y'all know him, one of the originators, founding fathers of the brand and all of that stuff, Big Baller Brand. But he got this this challenge that he got together, something to do with cryptocurrency and all of this stuff. And it's a sidebar, but tell me if this ain't petty. He got this challenge where he says that Zoe just signed a deal for $85 million, okay? And he's trying to invest this money in cryptocurrency and flip it to the point where eventually in the same time that Zoe makes the $85 million, he will make enough money, I believe, to buy ownership stake in the Chicago Bulls so he could cut Zoe. Tell me that ain't petty. So he want to invest the money in crypto, flip it. They got the whole plan laid out. He going to make a couple $100 million, buy some of the ownership in the Bulls, or if Zoe on another team, the plan is to buy into that team and then cut Zoe from the team. If that's not petty, I do not know what petty is, but I promise you that I died laughing the other day from that. But let's keep going.
What's up, Lonzo, back here? Darnell Mayberry with The Athletic. You're going into your 5th season now. Billy Donovan's talking a lot about sacrifice. Everyone needs to sacrifice. But how do you do that while also trying to stand out and have a breakout season?
I think just do what it takes to win. For me, sacrificing is all about winning. Like I said, we got a lot of different guys that can do a lot of things. But I think every night is going to be different. And for me, it's just, staying focused at the task at hand, and that's winning, whatever that consists of, whether it's, not shooting the ball, playing hard every night, picking up the slack on defense, whatever it takes to win. That's what sacrifice is for me.
Marshall here, CBS 2. I'm just curious, as you start training camp tomorrow, what do you see as the biggest challenges of getting a group together like this that a lot of the guys haven't played together before?
Yeah, I think that is.
His tattoos are crispy, man. You can make all of these people out right here.
The biggest challenge, just getting accustomed to one another. This is a kind of a new situation for pretty much everybody, on the team from top to bottom. So for me, just getting those reps in, understanding each other's games and moving on from there.
Lonzo, Mark Shanowski, ABC 7. Last year in New Orleans, from an outsider's perspective, looked kind of odd where they asked you a lot of times to spot up in the corner and be a three-point shooter when your whole career you've pushed the ball, you've facilitated offense. What does Billy talk to you about how you're going to be used in this offense? And do you feel comfortable about maybe getting back to your roots as a player?
Yeah, definitely talking to Billy, just getting back to being more of a traditional point guard, what I'm comfortable at. Like you said, last year was different for me, but, whatever the coach asked of me, I'm going to do the best of my abilities. And this year it's looking like, I'm going to be playing the point guard a lot. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
which I appreciate, right? That's what we've all been wanting from Zoe for a while now, is for him to get that opportunity to be the actual point guard. Can you believe that last year in New Orleans, they had Zion playing point guard? They had Zion playing point guard. My man Studio Baja say, don't say that, Zoe. What did he say? Whatever the coach wants, not good. Oh, okay, gotcha. I got you. Yeah. Because I think that's the situation that he found himself in year after year, is just doing what the coach wants him to do, and then his production, his ability to contribute slowly fades away. Now he in this situation right now where folks are saying, yo, you still got room to grow. You still, we ain't seen the Zoe that we wanted to see yet. And I think that just comes from I'm just going to do whatever you say. And I always say this, I appreciate so much about LaMelo, is LaMelo going to make it happen. LaMelo going you might say to LaMelo, hey, this is what we want, and he going to do what you want, but he going to show you so many glimpses of greatness that you're going to start to second guess what you was asking him to do, until you realize, like the Charlotte Hornets did last year, that we better off just letting you do you, my guy. Turnover, no turnover, whatever. We a better team when we play like LaMelo want us to play. And I think Zoe has the ability to be that guy. He just got to say it. And this is what I was saying earlier about just being so much of a pro. Like, I'm just a pro. You know what I'm saying? And I think that might even come from him playing under Zoe and all of them. I mean, LeBron and all of them early on, where he's trying to, like, you know, fit in. I'm going to just do my job so I can stay on the court. But who knows? All right, let's keep going. Zoe ready to put in work for sure.
Ray Stout from WBEZ Radio. For many, many years, free agents were not signing here with the Bulls for whatever reason. Why was it? What turned? What did you see? What did the other guys see that turned that table?
For me, I think just their interest in me. You know, for me, you know, that was big for me.
One of the things that I said, I haven't watched this or whatever, but what I think is so funny is how stoic his face is. Like, when we watch his other questions, you watch the Borrego, they asking, as the question is being asked, you see these facial expressions. Zion, the question is being asked, you see these facial expressions. Look at Zoe's face as she asks these questions.
What turned? What did you see? What did the other guys see that turned that table?
For me, I think just their interest in me. You know, for me, you know, that was big for me. They didn't really want me to, you know, change anything I had going, you know, any part of my game. They wanted me just to excel in the things that I, you know, already comfortable doing. So it was an easy choice for me, like I said. And then I think Zach played a big part as well.
Sam Smith with Bulls.com.
I feel like Lonzo definitely finna dry snitch on the tampering between Zach and Clutch Sports and him.
How would you describe your journey, in a sense, when you came out of college? Magic Johnson said you were going to be the face of the Lakers, and then you end up with the Anthony Davis thing, and then, you know, Williamson came in and your role changed, and now you're here. How do you look at all that's come for you?
I think it's just part of the journey. You know, everybody has a different path. For me, it's been, you know, up and down, you know, the last 4 years. But I'm blessed. You know, everything I go through is for a reason, I believe. And, you know, I'm happy with the life I have.
Nope.
Lonzo, Rob again. Zach mentioned that some of the guys got here a little bit early for camp to, you know, get the ball rolling a little bit, get to know each other, practice. What do you think you guys have been able to get accomplished in that time when it comes to hitting the ground running, gelling, meshing when camp and the season gets started?
I think just trying to build chemistry early on. You know, it wasn't really about, you know, X's and O's coming in. It was more about just people just getting accustomed to one another, you know, showing face and getting to know new personalities. That was the biggest thing. And I think, you know, us coming in early kind of gave us a jump start on that.
There were a lot of rumors, we don't know if it's true, that you were going to be traded to the Bulls 6 months ago, a year ago. Then you end up signing with them. Did that rumors have anything to do with what eventually occurred, or, you know, what did you know anything
I
about?
always got rumors circling around me all year. So, I mean, it's been the same for me the last, you know, 4 years. Like I said, I'm just happy to be here.
Probably the first time we've seen him smile this whole time.
When we were talking to DeMar back in August when you guys signed, he kind of reacted in a good way, but like strongly about, you know, the fit on.
He just hold his facial expression. It looked like if you had to use the bathroom and you just like, if I smile, I'm gonna shit right now. Just smile, my guy. Enjoy yourself. You in the NBA. You having it's a bunch. You got a new season ahead of you. You finna go hoop. Just smile, bro. It's media day. You in a spot that so many people would just be so excited to be in. Enjoy yourself, Zoe. Enjoy yourself, my guy.
On the court, he was like, well, we're basketball players. We just go out there and play off each other. There is a lot of question marks about the fit, though, but it seems like on paper you guys are all a bunch of unselfish players, including DeMar, Zach, Vooch. Is that kind of how you see it as kind of the orchestrators?
Yeah, I don't see it being a problem, especially the way today's NBA is sculpted. I think it's turning more to a positionless game. So people that say, DeMar and Zach can't, coexist, I don't believe that. I think we're going to have, a great team. We got a lot of guys with high character, like you said, and a lot of unselfish players. And, ultimately that leads to a good team.
Lonzo, there's been a lot of talk about this new era in basketball, the player empowerment era. You're represented by Rich Paul in Clutch Sports, and Zach has just recently signed on with Rich as well. Maybe you could let the viewers and listeners know a little bit about what that all is all about. Do players get together and talk about trying to build the best team in the city they're in? I mean, what kind of collaborative process is it like working with Rich Paul in your camp?
For me, it was a blessing.
See, this here, that's what I'm saying. I can already tell. They trying to get that dry snitch out. Rich Paul be having y'all tampered, don't he? Tell me about it.
Rich came in right away and helped me out from the jump, really. I mean, I had a great meeting with him. And ever since that day, we had a good bond. And it's just been improving since then. And then Zach, he asked me about it as well. Guys ask, how different situations are, or whatnot. And I told him, it's been great for me. Personally, I had, nothing bad to say. And, he came over and he's loving his time with Clutch as well, too. So I think just people just building those relationships over time. And then obviously you make friends in the league and you guys just talk about it.
All right. Thanks, Lonzo.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Boy, Lonzo. Let me pull this off here. So I think that's interesting, man. I feel like Lonzo is so funny because he's such a stoic character that you really don't get the ooh. Oh, look what I just found here. All right, so I didn't see this earlier, but we got a surprise video coming up from my man LaMelo Ball. All right, so we got LaMelo's media day full interview here. We can go ahead and react to that as well since we out here. Hopefully, one thing that I do love about LaMelo is he definitely is a bit more expressive and is a bit more raw, real, and honest. Definitely a lot more flavor than Zoe. So they probably got some more stuff. But what is y'all, before we get into this, let me see what the conversation is right now about Zoe and kind of stuff that he was saying. Obviously, Rich figured out what Zoe wanted and made the best deal for him. That's a fact. You want to run? We're gonna get you a Billy Donovan as a guy who gonna run, right? LeVar is a visionary, but they got corrupted. I wouldn't. That's on something. Looking big, swole. That boy Melo dude. You see the definition on it. Zoe hurry up and got up out of there. That's a fact. Got all the way up out of there. Hey, he just don't look comfortable in them situations, right? So they haven't sitting there asking questions. He like, I'm out. Peace. It's over. You done? Nothing else? All right, I'm going. Zoe needs some magnesium. You know what I'm saying? Just something to loosen up just a little bit. There that dog is. There he is. Big swolls. All right. Shout out again to my man. Super Team VIP. That was I'm still, I ain't forgot about you. Shout out to my man God of Blackness as well. Shout out to everybody who dropped some super chats in the chat today. And everybody who tuning in. We got I was gonna say that I had one more. So this really don't even have to be the last one. I think we got this one from Melo. And just for me, I just want to listen to this one Dennis Schroeder one with y'all as well and hear y'all thoughts. Because Dennis Schroeder is the guy who over this offseason fumbled the biggest bag of the offseason. And so he talks about that stuff. And I just want to see if y'all think he capping or not. But let's get into this. We got Melo.
All right.
I can't. Can we hear him?
Has talked a lot about your program this summer, how much you're in the gym, how much you're working.
All right.
What would you say the person is going to take the next step? You mentioned being a better game man. What is that?
Just being around the game, you know, trying to get better every day. So I think he probably put it that way. How much muscle and pounds? To be honest, I don't even know. You just reminded me that I'm supposed to go get measured right now, so I could find out in about 5 minutes. For sure.
No, he said this. LaMelo just seemed happy to be here. Oh, I see what you're saying. He's trying to get up out of LA because he's getting them taxes. You know, Cali, they're gonna tax you over there. But he went to Boston, so I don't know. All right, let's see. Sorry.
All right. I think it was a great trip. I mean, I don't think any other teams are doing that. So just to have every team, every player from the team come out there and just all be together, I feel like it's bigger than just basketball. It's forming like a family bond.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely big because, you know, you're going out there and trusting them people with the game and everything. So just you want to play with people you trust and don't go hide your back.
Uh-huh.
How much are you looking forward to season and how do you guys do on the floor back here?
Hold on, who talking? Oh, I thought it was my man right here. I was finna say, what the hell? Go ahead.
How do you do on the floor for your rookie of the year coming back now for your second year?
You said how I feel.
I assume y'all cannot hear the questions. So I'll hear the question, then I will share that on with y'all. So it seems like somebody's asking him about the rookie of the year and how he can come back. Bruh, somebody just put Zion trade in here. Don't tell me Zion got traded now. Hold up now. Let me go look that up. What does that mean? What you mean Zion trade? Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Well, you had me nervous. He ain't going to no LA. Bro, you had me over here about the hold up. Wait a minute. I done jumped out of a elevator.
Oh, yeah. I feel great. I feel like we just going to let the chips fall where they're going to go. Not really put a limit on anything. But the whole team feels like we could do real good.
How comfortable are you now with everything? You're going to second year. The way
right.
Things are, routines, things that nature kind of help you out.
Yeah, definitely more comfortable. I mean, obviously, I feel like anyone would be if you've seen it for a whole year. So next year, definitely more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
What were conversations like with Leangelo and he wasn't going to be on the training camp roster?
You know, still talks with him and stuff. Like, you know, basketball never stops. So obviously keep working and then just wait for that call.
Were you bummed he wasn't going to make you guys training camp?
I mean, yeah, definitely. But I mean, yeah, I don't really know. You know, I don't really know that.
Yes!
On that one, just keep working. You know.
Here we go. This is the breaking news right here, baby.
I mean,
the body language don't lie.
I mean, I don't really know. You know, I don't really know on that one. Just keep working.
Still able to fight for number one, or is it two?
Yeah, we trying to every day, man. We trying to every day. You know, I just put a little post up, but they made me take it down because it had the one on it. So I don't know.
Hey, there we go, right there.
Last year from the injury, looking back on it now, I know you wanted to fight.
Hold on.
How were you feeling? How was the wrist at that point? What did you learn about your competitive nature and drive from that experience playing 3-3 for the first time?
I felt good enough, obviously, to get on the court, so I felt I could help. So I wanted to do that. But saying I was 100.
Let me pause this because I was trying to do a clip, some shit behind the scenes, but what I just read from what I seen him say here is that he was a bit disappointed, but it's all good. Don't worry about it. Did y'all see that right there? Let me break this down here. Let's do this again.
Nah, but now feeling better. I felt good enough, obviously.
Looking back on it now.
Get down because had the one on it. So.
So a little fight number one, or is somebody wasn't going to make you guys training camp?
For a whole year.
Okay, here we go. Let me do this now. Let me make
You
it
know,
bigger.
still talks with him and stuff. Like, you know, basketball never stops. So obviously keep working and then just wait for that call.
Are you bummed he wasn't going to make you guys training camp?
I mean, yeah, definitely, but I mean, yeah, I don't really know. You know, I don't really know on that one. Just keep working.
So a little fight number one, or is it two?
Yeah, we trying to every day, man. We try.
Come on, man. That right there. That's I know something that y'all don't know. I'm telling you, this right here is I can't say nothing. Remember I told you when folks start pursing their lips together, when people start, that right there means I got something I could say, but I can't say it. That's what that is.
You know, I don't really know on that one. Just
The
keep working.
look away.
Number one, or is it two?
Yeah, we trying to. Just
See
keep
the
working.
same thing happened with Borrego, where the thing, lips pressed together so hard when you pull them away.
Yeah,
You get this the
trying
pop.
to every day, man. We trying to every day. You know, I just put a little post up, but they made me take it down because it had the one on it. So.
Back last year from the injury, looking back on it now, I know you wanted to fight hard to get
How they go from that happy answer to talking about injuries. Yeah, something happened behind the
Right.
scenes. That's what I'm saying. He knows something for sure. What's up, my man? Kid Max in the building.
competitive nature and drive from that experience playing for your first time?
I felt good enough, obviously, to get on the court, so I felt I could help. So I wanted to do that. But saying I was 100, nah. But now, feeling better. And then obviously, I learned my body off of that injury. I feel like it helped my legs, arms, and everything get better.
That's deep. You could see him. Let me see.
One specific thing I want to get better at. Honestly, can't even pinpoint. I just want to get better at everything for real, all around. I'm not gonna lie. I really, honestly, never felt like a rookie, or technically always felt like a rookie, maybe. Because usually everywhere I go, I'm usually the youngest or just the first one there, you know, for being the youngest and stuff. So
here's the thing that this is what I'm saying. This is the big difference between like when I talking about Zoe and talking about LaMelo, right? Is I think that there's these times where LaMelo does the same thing where he's so short and just like getting to it. But one of the things that we're starting to see with him more is a bit more glimpse of introspection, right? This right here is a deep answer. Listen to this question here again. Let's go back.
Technically, always. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's hear it. All right.
I'm not gonna lie. I really.
So he's asking him about, you know what I mean? How does it feel to be not the rookie and then be working with the younger guy, building relationships, and how does he feel essentially to be a vet?
Honestly, never felt like a rookie, or technically always felt like a rookie, maybe. Because usually everywhere I go, I'm usually the youngest or just the first one there, you know, for being the youngest and stuff. So. Oh yeah, I love them actually. Everybody who came in, the whole team. I feel like it's great chemistry. Everybody around is cool, and everybody want to work hard.
Is there a minimum in terms of like shooting percentage, assists or points per game, or a team record that you need to do this for you individually, the team collectively, to be able to successful season?
Nah, I don't.
You know what's so funny is I just started this, and I'm sorry I paused it right in between in there, but I just think about this, right? there will be a time where we'll be walking around this planet and LaMelo will be like 30 something, hooping in the NBA, like a super, like you imagine like LeBron. Think about LeBron, right? Like at some point, LeBron was the youngest cat in the NBA coming straight out of high school, hoopla, hoopla, hoopla. And now everybody talking about damn, they got the oldest team in the thing. You know what I mean? It's how crazy to think about, right? There has not been, I don't think, to my like in my existence, like where there's this like young player like that who I'm looking at like, man, this young dude, he got so much career ahead of him, and it's gonna be so crazy. But it's like in 10, 15 years, I'm gonna be old as hell. Like, damn, that boy LaMelo, I remember when he came into the league 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That should just blew my mind for a second right there. Yo, like he gonna be sitting here. Remember, like with the chain on, we're gonna be comparing side by sides. And first of all, in 15 years, they're gonna be looking back at this video and the quality of it and being like, man, what the hell was going on in 2020? They was shooting this this media day on potatoes and shit, and folks not gonna understand why he on the damn Zoom call and why the Zoom looked like that in 2020. But that's beside the point. It's just interesting to think about, man. Like, we gonna be old as hell at some point watching him do his thing and feeling old as hell.
I don't really have anything like that. I feel like if we just all go out there and do the job we know we're supposed to do, we should be straight. A little more what? Leader, okay, for sure.
So how do you feel about that? How you responsibility being a leader out there on the court?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's
Southeast Alaska in the building.
Gonna lead. And I mean, all my life I've been leading, so I feel like it's a great position for me.
They asked him about and I don't want to speak too much over what they're saying here, but they asked him about leadership. JB said they want to see more leadership from LaMelo, and hit the like. My man Kid Max with the hit the like. I appreciate that. And he was saying like he always been a leader. I said this, bro. I think if you really go back and you watch last year's tape, he seemed like the leader, right? Obviously, they had guys who they went to in the clutch with Terry Rozier. They had vets on the squad and the Gordon Haywards and guys who they really relied on. But the man who set the pace, right? And if you think about the pace car in a race, it's awesome. Always the one out in front. It's always the one that everybody's following. And in order for you to win, in order to you get pole position, you got to be as close to that pace car as possible. And I think that's what I love about his game is he's the dude who is setting the pace. And being the guy who sets the pace, he's also the guy who is the leader. And people follow him because you got to follow him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it's deep.
I don't really be talking too much to other people. So probably my brother or somebody. That's probably about it. Other than that, I don't really be talking about what go on. Oh, no, yeah, just going about his business for real.
I had a comment on social media the other day about the Panthers and their 3-0 record. It turned into a Panthers fan.
Honestly, I always liked the Panthers. I mean, my pops played there, so I liked them. I mean, the color of the team, like that. So it's always been a little thing. And then when Cam Newton was here, it was one of my favorite teams for sure.
Shout out to the Panthers.
But, I like the Ravens too. So that's what I'll be rocking with.
So, number one, how bad do you want that? Why do you want that?
Man, I feel like number one is just me. So definitely just want to be me out there. And then playing at number two, it don't feel right. I mean,
sorry. All right, hello. Sorry. Let me pause this. Man, shout out to my man Flacco, Jello Sexual. I mean, I know when I seen the info come down, I knew you was somewhere balled up in the corner going through it, my guy. And I sent some prayers and some positive thoughts your way. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? Be blessed, my guy. But it's hard out here for the Jello Sexuals right now.
It's cool because my playing. I feel like number one.
All right.
That's what I'll be rocking with. Man, I feel like number one is just me. So definitely just want to be me out there, and then playing at number 2, it don't feel right. I mean, last year it was cool because my brother, I said I'll be like number 2 for him because he really ain't do his rookie year or whatever. I think.
So this is interesting here. LaMelo was wearing. So everybody was saying, everybody knows this, right? Zoe has not been freed. He ain't been able to run it and do his thing. But they really said, so Melo's saying is that I wore that number 2 right now for my brother to stand up for him because they had that bird in the cage. And I really wanted to let him fly through me. You know what I'm saying? I wanted him to grow and express himself through me. So what I'm hoping this means is with Zoe is that now that you get to do your own thing, you done been free, Zoe. Take some of that energy that LaMelo had on that court last year, and bro, and show up with it in Charlotte.
I think he got hurt or something, so I'll just be number 2 for you. But it don't feel right. I mean, I think we've been having talks and convos and stuff, so we'll see.
Videos today.
We'll see.
More fans.
Right.
Like, before that.
Can you say that one for me again, my fault?
You have more fans out there this year in the court.
Right.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. I mean, I love playing in front of fans, just having that energy in the crowd and stuff. So definitely missed that, and happy it's back.
City to city, almost
All my life, right. Yeah. Yeah, like 14.
Be in the same place, have the same coaching staff for sure. And what kind of jump? You take a huge jumps year to year.
Right.
What kind of jump do you take now with that consistency here?
The consistency is actually finally good. I mean, I'm happy that I know I'm here and gonna stay here for a minute, so that's good instead of just finishing the season and then be like, oh, am I gonna be in the States or am I gonna be somewhere all the way over there? So it's great to just know that now.
We'll see. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
All right. So I always appreciated LaMelo, especially now. I feel like he got much more comfortable, and we're starting to see his personality shine through, man. So I always appreciate that. But let me see. So my guy said DKM just dropped a video. We need to react to that right now. Let me see that. Let me see. I didn't even see. Is this a video that he dropped since we've been like on the channel here, or is this something else you saying? Let me see, because we might. Let me pull up this other clip here. See what he got. I'm sure he exposing why LiAngelo Ball not joining the Charlotte Hornets. That video about 18 minutes, my guy. He dropped it about 20 minutes ago, including Ryler Philly on the second channel. Yeah. He dropped about 20 minutes. Let's see. The street saying this and some hater stuff. Bull's gonna go. Let me see. Let me actually text my man and see if I can get him in here to watch this with me real quick. Let me see. Not text, but you know what I'm saying, on the Instagram. Let me see, bro. Let me see. Let me check in. Yeah. Live. All right, here we go. DKM had bad energy about Jello. Hornets will be fine. At DKM shouts out. All right, let me see. Hornets. What is I'm glad Jello had summer league. I am too. AB, I gotta go. Just wanted to show love. I appreciate you coming through, my guy. I appreciate you coming through. All right, so let's see this, man. Let me do this. We might check that one out, but let me pull this up real quick, man, real fast, because this is the one I really wanted to see. I've really been wanting to watch this one all day, man. So we're gonna do this one first. Let me see. All right. Na 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 na. I saw last year. AB, I gotta go. Oh, I see. All right. I want to see if y'all think this cap or not. Damn, where was it at? Oh, I lost my spot. Minute 50 seconds. All right, because this is quick. And then let me see, because we'll react to this DKM video, but I want to see if he available to hop on the stream. And then it's an hour. Oh, hell nah. I'm not watching. We can't watch no hour and 32 minutes video. But we'll see. Let me see. All right. Okay, all right. So we got two things that I wanted to play real quick. All right, real fast. This is the Dennis Schroeder clip, and that I wanted to play. Then if we can get DKM to come through, and we'll react to his video. That's Flight Sports. My bad. Okay, yeah. Now we know AB be putting plays together like Belichick. Hey, come on now. You know I'm out here with I'm under the center like Peyton. 42, blue. Making it, you know what I mean? All of that stuff. All right, let me see. Let's check this out. Here's what I think is funny. I'm gonna show y'all two things about this that I think is hella funny or interesting.
And what went into your thinking this summer when the first day all the markets were, money was being taken up?
All right, hold on.
During the off season, I gotta let it, on our side.
Front row Dennis, Gary Washburn.
Listen to this.
Two questions, Dennis. One, you dumped the blonde streak. Why?
I mean, it's gonna come back.
It's gonna come back.
This dude here faking a funk. I'm thinking he natural like the boy with the blonde streak. Dennis Schroeder this whole time been dying and stuff. Come on, man. What's up, man? Everybody trying to be like the boy AB the Hero. What's going on? Grow yours naturally, my guy.
But during the off season, I gotta let it, heal a little bit because it's I'm not getting younger, so no, but it's coming back.
And secondly, I mean,
It sucks that they're wearing this mask too, right? Because we're really trying to look at the body language, and it's really hard to really get to see that with the mask on. But you know what I'm saying? The eyes never lie. That's what they always say.
Your story has been well chronicled, and you kind of made, fun of yourself a little bit on Instagram with turning down the contract. Can you kind of discuss that? Was it actually a contract on the table? Did you actually turn it down? I mean, in what went into your thinking this summer when the first day all the markets were, money was being taken up, and it seemed like you were not on that priority list?
I mean,
you could really see in his eyes a bit shit on the Hornets. They losers. You can really see in his eyes a bit of distress as us coming through. Let me see.
When the first day all the markets were, money was being taken up, and it seemed like you were not on that priority list.
Face starting to jump.
Me and my agent, we said that we, not talking, or the Lakers told us we not talking during the season. And end of the day, I never had that contract in front of me. That's one thing. But they wanted to talk.
What does that mean? This is what I'm saying, because he about to contradict himself here. He said at the end of the day, he never had that contract in front of me. So that 4-year, $80-something million contract that they allegedly offered him, he's saying I never had it in front of me, right? What does that mean? I never seen it. I don't know. I didn't turn it down. I don't understand that. But now watch it. Listen to this as he.
Me and my agent decided not to, sign that contract, and.
So he's saying that the contract was never in front of him, but then they decided not to sign the contract. I don't get it.
End of the day, I feel like for me personally, I gotta be comfortable in the environment I'm in, and I love the Lakers organization, and they did great things.
remember I told you I love the Lakers organization. Everybody who we don't watch who said that they love something has been completely deceptive in what they saying.
But I think for me, and that's just business. I don't think I fit it in, 100%.
And it matters. So why wear the mask? I don't know why you're wearing the mask either. But watch, you can see the difference as he talk about. You don't think he fit in. You stop all of the head shaking, and then you get the affirmative shakes.
I mean, you play with LeBron and AD. That's two of the best players in the NBA. And I don't think I gave him, everything what I bring to the table. And I mean, for me, my family, we signed. I signed a pretty good contract after my 4th year, and my family and myself, we gonna be good. And I'm 28 years old, and I'm still, play in the NBA for a long time, and
He
money
didn't
is
want to
not
leave
everything.
LA.
At all times, I want to
Oh.
be, comfortable in the situation where I know people appreciate me. And
To me, this is sad because he sounds like he's trying to tell us that he turned down that money because they just was mistreating him in LA. He really wasn't being able to be himself, and they were, you know what I mean. And it's also tough because I believe that you got guys like this, and I think you get it with most NBA players, right? You had such a high level of success. You had such a high level of success, and that you feel like you can always be great. You know what I mean? So when people don't give you that opportunity, you start missing up. Appreciate you out here on IG. I appreciate you, my guy. God of Blackness, man. Appreciate you, my one love. Hip hop. Let me see, man. You saying you hit me now on there or later? I got you. Hornets gained the fans from Nepal down under Philippines, and I think Miller. All right.
End of the day, that's it. And I mean that all this stuff happened, how it happened. I mean, you just gotta, look forward and.
All right, never mind. That's boring. He ain't talking about nothing. All right, let's do this, man. I'm not gonna watch this whole video, but somebody suggested that we take a look at a clip from DKM in his most recent video and kind of get some thoughts and opinions on that. Laker fans are sociopaths. Yeah, I'm sure it sucks. You see how they did a couple people dirty in that uniform. So let's see what my man talking about here, man. Let's see if we can get into this video for a little bit. It's 18 minutes. I really ain't got 18 minutes, man. We're gonna probably watch it for a while and then we'll see. Let's see. If y'all not following the boy DKM, go ahead and do that. Oh shoot. Damn it. I'm thinking that it's playing here, it's playing in the background. I didn't even add that boy to the screen. My bad. Let me start it over.
NBA
All right, here we
regular
go.
season is underway. So if interested in watching the most exclusive Charlotte Hornets content, click that big red button and subscribe to the channel. Now today, the Charlotte Hornets finally announced their 20-man training camp roster, and a certain somebody was not included. Let's say this right away. I'm not at all worried about my credibility and where it stands, because while it may have temporarily taken a hit because of this BS situation,
I think what he's saying here is that there's a few folks who I can't follow DKN. Mellow Philly DKN too much. Laker fans still mad at Danny Greens. They still are. And that's also what's funny about that one video. Let me see. Do y'all want to watch this, man? Have y'all seen this or whatever? Somebody recommended that we take a look at this or whatever. But this is really like a body language episode, so it's unless it's some interviews or whatever, we're really not gonna be able to get that. You know what I mean? Keep it on theme. My man Studio Baja said, "You a hater, bro? I'm a hater. You think so, or are you talking about somebody else?" Any team that signed Jello now, I believe the words you are looking for. Consider Leangelo is where I told you he would be. You was right, Group. Oh, that's what you're saying. He Group this. All right, let me see. Let's see if we can skim through this. See if we got some info.
What we're going to be doing this season. I'm going to give you till the end of the video to pledge your allegiance. Is DKM just another YouTube clickbait capper, or is he actually plugged in like no other creator is on the platform? Pick a side, because you're going to want to be on the right side of history. I know I said Jello signed an Exhibit 10 contract with the Hornets. You didn't see me delete the tweet or delete the video. It's still up there. Because he did. See, this is the problem. People don't seem to understand what an Exhibit 10 is. A few weeks later, he isn't at training camp. But I told no lies in that video, and I dare someone with any kind of credibility, whether it be in Charlotte media or on YouTube, to come out and publicly say that it wasn't true. I've been replying to trolls and comments all week, saying that I'm going to spill the beans after the few weeks on other channels. I wanted to wait and address this when it became officially official, even though I've been known he wasn't going to be at camp. Now, if there's one thing I've learned from this whole experience, is that when it involves the Ball family, even a done deal from the most reliable sources is not a done deal. This is why Shams and everyone else within the media hedged their bets, because they were well aware of something that I was naive to. That LeVar Ball is capable of messing anything up at any given time. So in regards to this whole G League Greensboro Swarm situation, I'm bearing that in mind, going me out of the blue, knowing fine.
If you got
well what happened, what VAR's entourage DM me out of the blue, knowing fine well what happened, why.
Hold up, DK, my brother. If you got the live stream, I did small spiel on Jello towards the middle of the live stream. Yeah, my brother, one of the certain two things for sure, jealous hesitation in NBA, not because of LeVar Ball nor him wearing BB shoes. That take is wacky, and that take is ultimately ridiculous. The NBA cares less about what shoes you have on at this point. There's an uphill and teams and suffering and sound markets. Major problems needs to become seeking because of lack of fanfare and lack of attendance. And Jello is a celebrity. Jello
And how LeVar was at fault and not wanting me to go public with this info.
I enjoyed your latest video. I hope you're not leading towards blaming BB for Jello not NBA content. That narrative is stale, bro.
Because it's a bad look for a big baller and his brand. I'm still very confident that Jello's going to be with the Greensboro Swarm, but any more F-ups from him or anyone he's associated with, and the organization might just wash their hands with bro completely. It will all make sense by the end of the video because we're going to get into all the details and all of that, so make sure to stick around till the end. To briefly go over training camp and what that is for people that might not know.
Let's see what we got here.
The final roster year, all at Summer League. Keep a rough idea of the Summer League roster up on the screen. There was Kai Jones, one of most likely.
All right, did anybody else watch this already? Anybody seen what's the short and long of this? Anybody got it?
Or a Wando on the screen is 1, 2, 8. Could get the two-way spots. That takes the roster less 10 memorable.
Force this, get this game to where they can end it in regulation. They're going to get the last shot. What was that? Did Scotty?
They invited to camp. Yeah, Scotty.
Crush your skills in this situation. Just with.
I told you guys a few weeks ago. Once I began to get word that Jello wasn't going to be at camp, I started to let you man know that if he didn't make it, it wouldn't be for basketball-related reasons. Now, you guys watch the Summer League. Which one of those guys on the screen is on the...
All right. Somebody get me to the good part. You seen it, my man Ruben H.
This season that broke the LiAngelo Ball Exhibit 10 story. Some of these people were at Media Day today season. My guys, who for the record are legit media people covering the Hornets with credentials this season that broke the LiAngelo Ball Exhibit 10 story. Some of these people were at Media Day today. Now, everyone in the comments thinks that with LiAngelo not being at camp, that we jumped the gun on the story.
What's so funny to me is this is the thing that I always say, right? And I've been saying this since I rocked with LeVar and I'm back in the day. And it's one of the things that I learned is that when you get the information from somewhere, like there's a reason why you got said information, right? So there's a reason why a traditional media source credential who in most cases would be thriving to break a story because they know how much clout that is going to be, doesn't break it, but then passes the story down to somebody else. I think that's the only thing that I would want to know why. Why wouldn't a media or a news source break a story that's that big and then pass it to somebody else to break?
Nah, that never happened. The Exhibit 10 was not a lie because at the time I reported that video, it was a done deal. A reporter in the game interviewed LiAngelo and later went on to say he explained
long ago. Two of us get in the NBA with about his anchoring from he has a little bit of time.
After that, LeVar Ball himself comes out and subtly confirms that both of the
because this is for the fans. That's right. That Buzz City is going down. Trust and believe that. We're going to sell out quick of this because everybody want to be that Charlotte Hornets. This is on the show.
People I know you lot would deem credible is going to be hard for me to ever and show you a perfect example. November 9th, it was announced that Cameron McGriff has also signed an Exhibit 10 with the Hornets. And Cameron McGriff, who never played Summer League, was under the impression that he was going to be at training camp.
I'm about to go to training camp with Charlotte again. Okay. Because of all the stuff that just went down with like my summer league and all that stuff. So they gave me a call and they reached out to me and said that they wanted me to go back to training camp. So like, now I'm just coming in.
20th, it's announced that Xavier is for them to still be announcing and signing players just a few days before the final week to camp. By the end of preseason, there will only be 50 Exhibit 10s. Unknown was given to Xavier Sneed. So forget Jello for a second. If there's one thing that Cameron McGriff situation highlights, it's like I said before, Exhibit 10s can be torn up just as quickly as they're signed. For now, just be aware that these Exhibit 10 contracts can be torn up and cancelled just where it all went wrong. May I remind you in another video I mentioned, Jordan Clarkson had this issue. He tried to wear J's in the league and got told not to wear them anymore. Jordan Clarkson, a signature athlete, or two have permission.
Unless you're a Team Jordan, you can't wear my shoes. Michael Jordan only allows Jordan brand players to wear sneakers in the NBA. Chicago Bulls legend Michael. Where's Jordan brand shoes? Mike wanted his Team Jordan to stay
From Jordan himself to wear them. Jordan Clarkson had this issue. He tried to wear J's in the league and got told not to
refuse to let certain
wear them anymore. Now, Jello wasn't officially a Jordan athlete or anything. They're not going to officially sign a role player to Jordan brand, but to simply put it, as Jordan is well aware of Jello's marketability and things of that nature and wanted to capitalize on it. That is the reason Jello was wearing Jordan.
What's the my man here say he's seen the video that we're watching right now. DK's aiming through Jello is marketable, so Jordan was interested. So Jordan was interested because Jello was marketable. AB was spitting. He's saying like, whoa, wait a minute. I seen the video you're watching. I guess LaMelo wearing Pumas is okay though. Let's see.
Is good until word of Jello's social media activity gets back to Charlotte and they find out the first thing that LiAngelo did when he got back on camp
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
the ad. Drenched in lawsuits, LeVar and Lonzo are still in court to this day battling for ownership of the company. The NBA doesn't want that nowhere near their courts, and Michael Jordan especially does not want his Charlotte Hornets players wearing BBB. So now you have a situation where you have two of the pettiest, most stubborn back down. All the power. Jello got word that he wasn't.
All right, so I think I got it. But here's what I say, man. Well, like I said, I don't really watch the whole video. We almost been here in 2 hours. I'll say this. I think that if I work full time Every day I go in, I clock in, and I do work. And I told you I do the video stuff, right? And then so I go and I do this, right? I think that it's such a hard sell for me, right? Because I get it. It's like, man, you put on the brand, and all of a sudden now that that you wore the BBB, the NBA don't want to mess with you no more because they don't like what. To me, if that's the real reason, I understand, bro. It's principles in it. Imagine if it's like if you got dreads and you go to work and all of a sudden your job, like, bro, them dreads that you've been rocking and they mean something to you, can't wear no more. Most niggas will walk out. So that's only the thing. Is like I get that people want to, if that's true, I get that people want to like come down or something, be like, oh man, you messed it up, you fumbled the bag. But I get that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of get that. It's the same shit. It's like, yo, if you I seen dudes get kicked out of the league for loud. My dog Antonio Cromartie took the knee, and they got him up out of here. You see people all of the time, to me, take a stand. To me, it's bullshit. If you are a hooper and your job, I don't know. That's just to me. So I don't know, man. But it's just an interesting take though. And if you have not watched this video, man, go and watch it. Show my guy DKM some support. Oh, and definitely, reflection of JBA jacket, man. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive. You know what I'm saying? 101 24. No, it's not 101, I guess, if this number 24. But so that's all it is, man. Go show some love. My man DKM, he is definitely a controversial figure in this space or whatever, but he is consistent. He always gonna be coming through with some content. He always gonna come through with some information, and he always going like, you know what I'm saying, and add some perspective. And I will say this: out of anything, LiAngelo to the Hornets, done deal. How is that different? If I said that, it's a question mark. Go and look. LiAngelo Ball to the Hornets, done deal, question mark. I'm pretty sure, I'm 86% that there's a question mark, which means LiAngelo Ball to the Hornets, question mark? Done deal? Huh? That's what that means. There are times where, like, obviously, I'll say stuff in the title and all of that stuff like anybody on YouTube because I need to. If I titled the video something else, my man Super Surprise 623 would not click on it and would not watch it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do that sometimes just to get the message out. But if you listen to the video and you hear the things that I'm saying, you will understand the way that I'm saying it makes a ton of sense. However, what I do want to say is I think sometimes the dude DKM do catch a bad rap. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he do jump out there and then have his opinion. But what I do appreciate about him is he has his own opinion. And I think that he's consistent in it. And I think that in this space, oftentimes people will go against what they think is their actual opinion because you're trying to cultivate and build these different relationships. And despite the relationship that you could have by making or altering your opinion of things, you don't do it. And I think that this story that's supposedly going on with Jello and the BBB shoes, I think to me sounds like the same exact thing. If you are a Jello Ball, you made a commitment to the family brand and all of this stuff, and then you go to rock with it, and then your employer is like, bro, we would mess with you, but you can't really mess with your family brand like that. Most people gonna get up out of here. Most people have things that they care about that are dear to them. And so I'm not going to say that you fumbled the bag or somebody messed you up by you chasing your that you know what I mean, all of that stuff, man. So that's all I'm saying. Maybe the Hornets or the Bulls, who going to have a better season? I think that I would say, I hope that, to me, I hope they both have, obviously I hope they both have good seasons, but I'm probably going to tune into more Hornets games, and I'm hoping that they have a better season. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see LaMelo early on in his career make it to the playoffs, have some success, and do that. But I would be just as ecstatic if the Bulls made it as well. But I think that just because the JBA and all of that stuff, I have a stronger tie to LaMelo and things that he got going, especially with Jello potentially being there. So it's all love from that regard, man. And we'll see. But man, I'm gonna do this. We've been on here for a minute. I'm probably going. Melo is way more exciting than Zoe, and that's a fact, man. He kind of is. So just as a player, you feel me? But I'm gonna get off here, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. If y'all can, as you're on the way out, man, definitely smash the like button for your boy. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Send that. What do they say? Send it through the algorithm. Let the algorithm be able to find the video and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? All of that good stuff that all of your favorite YouTubers say. And I appreciate everybody who threw up in here, who showed up in the super chats and all of that jazz. It's much appreciated, man. I think that doing these live streams and creating this content, man, sometimes it's a bit of an arduous process, man, and it's definitely a labor of love and a passion project at times. So the support from you all is like, I don't know, takes it to another level, makes it feel a bit more real, makes it feel like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Maybe I should just dive in and on this thing or whatnot. So it's much appreciated, man. Let me see. Every time he touched the ball, it's like, what are you gonna do next? That's a fact of Mundo, man. And I be like that every time. You do a great job, homie, man. I appreciate that. My man, Girly Boy TV, been on here since the beginning of the stream, man. So I appreciate that. Click that like button, y'all. Hey, man, if you're on the Twitch, send me a message or something on Twitch, and I will like find your channel on there or whatever. I guess your name is right there, so I'll give you a follow or whatever back there on the Twitch and all of that jazz, man. Good night, y'all. Appreciate it. I need to go check on my lady downstairs who came up here a minute ago, trying to see what's going on. You the man, AB. Drew, I appreciate that, my guy. I appreciate that. Much love, man. Much love. Appreciate it. All right, folks, this is your main man, AB the Hero. The season has started, man. So we're gonna be posting and uploading a lot more consistently late. You know what I mean? Now that things are going, and you know what I mean, I'm gonna get on here early because I know this is about myself. Hey, my man Prince Mandito over there on Twitch as well. Appreciate you. If I get on here late, your boy be out here about to fall asleep on the screen. So I ain't gonna do that to y'all. But Shemaine man, AB the Hero, we are getting up out of here. Let me find my boy. Let me get my boy. All right.